even with that, it didn't matter because Houston got key rebounds. They made key threes, and Duke got tight. And Houston didn't. Robert stepped to the line. I'm like, I told my wife, I said, he's making both of these because he's a veteran. And Houston right now has no fear because they've been in these situations. And Duke has tremendous fear. You could see it in their eyes.
With 8:17 to play, down 14 after the Proctor free throw, the Cougs were 25-1 to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
You could have gotten the Cougs with 8:17 left, 25-1, and you would have. Oh my gosh, the picking it up. And I'll tell you this, you know me, I hate when the books lose. They got their kicked on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, all the futures, every single sports book had Duke and were going to get crushed. Should Duke win the national
Duke didn't get me. You mean the sports book didn't get kicked on that? They got
no. I'm sorry. The players got their. I'm sorry. You're right. I love it when the sports books win. The players got their ass kicked because if Duke had won. Yeah. They would have destroyed the sports books.
So it was
the Cougs destroyed that for them. The sports books loved it.
You know, Duke was the right side in that, but all it took was, I mean, honestly, we're talking about 74 seconds. It took 74 seconds to flip the entire game on its head. And what's crazy is it was an 11-1 run the last minute and 14. Duke had a 6-point lead with possession of the ball with 1:14 to go.
How about that?
Pretty much impossible to lose that. And they lost by 3 in regulation. It's the most incredible. I don't know that I have never in a high-leverage situation like this, this level of game, I don't know that I've ever seen this in college basketball history. Not that I can remember, but my memory's terrible now. But I don't remember this type of complete catastrophic finish for one team and heroic finish for another. Because it was both. It was both.
It's happened. It's been. I mean, I don't know at this stage, at this high level, but we've seen choke jobs, like incredible choke jobs.
We have, but at this stage, in college basketball, I don't recall.
At this high level, I don't know.
Especially not with a level of team like Duke. Like Duke was the number 1 team in the nation through seeding. Okay, has it happened before? I'm sure it's happened. But how often does it happen?
Auburn was the number 1 team.
Oh, were they the number 1? Oh, that's
yeah. Auburn
was the true number 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Dell down 14.
But that's weird because Auburn wasn't even the favorite against Florida.
Yeah.
Duke was the clear favorite to win the national championship. That's kind of that's a little strange.
Oh no, absolutely. Dell, I put in down 14. The down 14 soundbite. What were they thinking? This is a little thing, but this is why This is the kind of thing why Kelvin Sampson. Throughout the game, were you not like, what is going on with the Cougs? Cooper Flagg would drive, and he would dish it to somebody for an easy layup. Mm-hmm. And you're like, wait a minute, this isn't Coug basket. What the hell is going on? Well, here's what was going on. Here is Kelvin Sampson asked after the game what they were thinking down 14.
Kelvin Sampson, when your team was down by 14 tonight, what were you thinking?
Just hang in there. There's 8 or 9 minutes left, right? I can't remember. And I still think that we were still looking for things. Duke is so good defensively. I mean, they are. Their length across the line. So I think, as a coach, you're always probing and looking at and find a matchup, finding something that'll click. And the thing that we found was putting Emmanuel on the ball. Their 2 best on-ball defenders was Proctor and James. So I had to get those 2 guys out of there. And we put Emmanuel on the ball. And the thing that we told Emmanuel, I remember telling Shed this last year when we won at Cincinnati, get the ball in the paint. Don't pull up and shoot jumpers. once you get downhill, take the paint, and you're going to make Mulowach come up. Just get on the rim. We'll go get it. And that's JoJo and Juan got some offensive rebounds, and if we couldn't get it up on the rim, we could throw it out and maybe get a three.
Look, we
Let's say that. Okay, listen. So that was offensively what he changed, and it made a huge difference. But it was what Duke was doing as well. Duke, here's what Kelvin Sampson changed defensively for the Cougs. And I was surprised. He had J1 on flag the whole game. He had J1 on flag the whole game. But here's what they were doing. J1 was on flag, but he had help every time flag was driving. You know what Kelvin told everybody? No more. No more. Let J1 take him one-on-one. We're not going to help anymore because it was leading to easy baskets because guys would open up because you had to leave your guy to help J1. You know what Kelvin Sampson told him? No more. No more. J1, you got him, and that's it. No more help. And sure enough, it shut everything down. There were so many easy layups by Duke in that game or in the first three quarters.
Yeah.
It was like, what the hell? How are they getting these easy looks?
Well, I mean, you just
it was
have
because
to help,
of the help defense.
Yeah, Cooper Flag is just Cooper Flag's really, really good on penetration.
And then the Cougs did the same thing to them. Sharp, get the ball, and drive. Don't settle for a three. Drive, dish, put it up, and when Monowach comes out to defend you, now all of a sudden we got the rebounds. So it was something so simple, yet Kelvin Sampson recognizes this, makes adjustments during the game, all right, which is what Bobby Slowick never did, okay? And so here we are. You're winning a game because of coaches' adjustments. And that's why Nick Caley is the new offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think the adjustments helped. I don't know that you win the game. Like, you win the game because you just made 3 plays at the end of the game. You kept it close enough to make 3 plays. You know, Cooper Flag is really, really good. Man, as a passer, golly. He's got handles. He's a great passer. I was surprised to see J1 on him, but you didn't have a lot of options. But it was just, you know, Duke just had to hang around. I mean, Houston just had to hang around just enough to make some plays. And this game against Florida, I mean, look, and people hate Duke. I know you like him, John. You like sportsbook and Duke. Not a man of the people. If you like sportsbooks and Duke, if you want sportsbook to beat people and for Duke to win, you are the anti-man of the people. I like good kids who
graduate. I like good kids who graduate.
You're an A-mop. What about University of Houston good kids who graduate?
Why do they just have to be Duke? I love them. No. I didn't like Duke against Houston. Of course I didn't like Duke against Houston.
So nobody likes Duke.
Why are we mad at kids who graduate and they
suck
win titles?
Because they're the worst. We have to pick a team, and they're the worst. And it's always been like that, and it's always going to be like that. Yeah. You just look at them. They're just Duke. Look at them.
Look at them.
And the internet, the people in the stands, the international basketball community couldn't have been more pleased with Houston beating Duke. It was universally cheered, and the adulation for University of Houston was unlike anything I've seen. And you know, like I said, look, Duke outplayed them and all that, but the fact is, for Houston to win that, it adds even more mystique to. They got to win it now. They got to win it so that win carries even greater meaning. They've got to beat Florida tonight, so it carries greater meaning, because what you're going to do is look back at it and say, Houston stayed tough enough, even with Tugler's. I thought for sure Tugler's, technical foul, and it was a made free throw. I thought for sure that would sink him. It didn't even bother him.